Hey everybody, Lakitu here with another fidget spinner video. Last week I did this fidget spinner, the V-May, and I put some WD-40 in it, and so I tested it and it actually hindered the spin time. So this week we are actually going to try 4 different lubricants. This one is Blaster Multi-Purpose Lubricant, Blaster Graphite Dry Lubricant. I'm very curious about this one. This one should be interesting. We have a WD-40 White Lithium Grease, and we have a WD-40 Silicone. So we're going to try all 4 of these on a new spinner that I've bought from Giggle Hands. I actually bought this on Amazon. It was about $6, $7. It's a little red PVC, probably 3D printed spinner. Spins well. It's got a good little spin time, but I've got more than one this time. So starting off, I'm going to take and I'm going to label each one of these. I already drew a 1 on one of them. There we go. I'll just redo that. Number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Now before we get started, I will let you know that I am going to spin each of these 10 times each. I'm going to give them all 10 equal spins, and I'm going to time them. I will not be showing all of the spins because that will take forever to do. We'll have like a 40-minute video. So I'm just going to get an average, and I'll show you the first spins, and we'll go from there. Okay, so the results are in for the base spin right out of the box. We have number 1 at minute 22 seconds on average. We have number 2 at a minute 11 seconds. We have number 3 at a minute 36 seconds, and the winner, number 4, at a minute 49 seconds on average. I'm going to take these guys apart, take all the buttons off, take all of the bearings out, and I'm going to degrease them using some starter fluid in a little jar that I have, and we are going to redo the test and see how it goes from there. So I have every one of these disassembled, and I was very shocked to find that number 2 has a different bearing in it. 1, 3, and 4 seem to have the exact same bearing. They all run really smooth, and well, 3 actually kind of has a little bit of roughness to it. 4 is flawless, it feels like. 1's pretty flawless, but 1 got horrible scores. I don't know why 1 got such bad scores, but number 2, which was the worst, can you hear how rough? I'm gonna pull it up to the, I don't know if you can hear it. I'll be honest, actually it sounds better now. Wow, look at that. There was something in there. Okay, so let's get these degreased, and we'll see what happens from there. I've got all of these degreased now, and I'm actually very hopeful for number 2. I found shavings. I don't know if these are milled or 3D printed or what, but I found shavings, and when I pulled all the buttons off, there was these little red shavings all over the board. So I'm thinking that maybe number 2 just had something in the bearings. So we're going to redo the test. Now that we have the base of each one of these, now we can get the degreased number, and we can go from there to the lubricant. Okay, I have all of the numbers tallied. Number 1 came in at an average, after degreased, 57 seconds. That is a minus 25 seconds on average. Number 2 You know, we'll get back to number 2 after I go over 3 and 4. 3 came in at 39 seconds, which is a 57-second difference on average. And number 4 came in at a 46, which is a minute and 3 seconds on average. 1 and 3 came in combined at a minute less after degreasing. It is safe to say that 1, 3, and 4 have been ruined by what I did. I'm hoping that adding some grease to them will help. Now number 2 came in at a minute 44. That is a 33-second over average of the base spin time. So now I'm going to take the buttons off, I'm going to leave the bearings in, and I'm going to add some grease to these, and let's see if we can increase the spin times or if we make them even worse. It's safe to say that the lubrication on bearings is not a good idea. I went from 1, 3, and 4 having a rough average spin time of about a minute and 30 seconds to having a spin time of about 38 seconds. And then I went from number 2 from having a minute and 10-second spin time to a minute and 44 after cleaning, now down to a minute 17. So number 2 is back where we started. My conclusion is just to leave your spinners alone. They're made to spin. There's no reason to degrease them unless they have a horrible spin time. If you're getting an average of 30-second spin time from a brand new spinner, there's something wrong with it. Degrease it at that point, see if it helps. But don't add any lubricant. I've tried 4 different types of lubricant, 5 now if you include the WD-40 I tried last week, and I've gotten poor results from all of them. Thanks for watching. Be sure if you have any ideas of what I could have done differently or any suggestions, please comment down below. And I'll see you next week.